Wow. So yeah, shout out to the Wrecking Crew though. Cult jokes. What I love about the crew though is I have a very skewed and warped sense of humor, and like I also am not very sensitive, and I feel that most of the crew, I'd say 96.5% of the crew on my Patreon is very like that. They got a good sense of humor. We're like not really skittish about talking certain things, and sometimes they be jabbing me and I be jabbing them back. Gridlock. And you know what I mean? And it's cool. We never get mad. Nobody gets salty about it. You know what I'm saying? It's 96.5% of us anyways. I'm just saying. Like, it's just, we're all pretty easygoing people, and it's very chill. So, if it is going to turn into a cult, it's going to be one cool-ass motherfucking cult. But for now, let's just keep it, we're going to keep it casual. You know? Not cultural. All right. And if it does turn into a cult, there's a good possibility that weird sex shit is like the second thing that happens. I don't know what the first, I think manipulation of some sort. And then it's then like eventually in any cult, whether it's the first step, second step, third step, it's one of those first few steps. It's weird sex shit. And if it's going to be weird sex shit, I'm just going to let you know right now. I'm a quasi-celebrity, which means that according to the news today, I'm going to need you to, if we're going to do some weird sex shit, I'm going to need you to sign an NDA. All right? Because there's a story that just hit right now where a girl said she went to a house party in LA. 3 a.m. Party was about to be shut down. She said it was way too early to stop partying to her friend. She began weaving through the crowd to see if someone else was hosting a party. And that's when the A-list heartthrob approached her. Who was it? I don't know. He asked her, "Do you want to come to my place?" She said, "Of course I'm going to his place." Well, she thought that. Cassie and her friend got in his car and he drove them a few miles to his house. It was huge and modern on the outside and on the inside, and it looked like an upscale bachelor pad furnished with black leather couches and adorned with superhero posters and various art. Is that a clue? That's a clue.
Get the fuck out of here!
I bet he's in the Marvel movies. He and his friends began smoking weed, and he did some lines of coke with Cassie's friend. He seemed really into her, all over her, talking with her, flirting with her, is what she said in a phone interview in April. Cassie said she was really drunk by this time, but she had turned down the cocaine. Later that night, Cassie's friend said, "I just really want to go home. Fucking over this shit. Fuck this Marvel motherfucker." She called an Uber, and Cassie planned on going with her. But then she said, "I'm not going to ruin the night for you. Just stay. Fuck this Marvel guy." So Cassie stayed, and the handsome tanned actor, his attention turned to her. And he asked her, "Do you want to go upstairs?" She said, "Oh yes, I do." They smoked some more weed. Then he offered her coke again, although she didn't like cocaine. As the movie star's strikingly blue eyes gazed at her expectantly, she found herself agreeing with the cocaine. "I'll just do a few lines," she said. "You seem really nice. I really like you." She remembered him saying next. "Oh shit, here it comes." "Well, you were kind of all over my friend before, so I didn't think you liked me," is what she replied. "No, I really like you. Do you want to make out?"
Get the fuck out of here!
Do you want to make out? Oh man, that's tight. That's a good opening line, I guess. Fine. Hey, you want to make out? Okay, is what she said. And then that's when my guy had to pull it out. What is he gonna pull out? Oh my god. Is it his penis? No. It's a fucking non-disclosure agreement.
Get the fuck out of here!
Welcome to Hollywood, bitch. "I'm going to have you sign this piece of paper first," is what he said, handing her a non-disclosure agreement on formal letterhead. That is so tight.
Get the fuck out of here!
Can you imagine? Like, ladies, just for an instance, let's just say we get into a situation. Let's say I wasn't married, and let's say we get into a situation, and you're like, "Oh wow, recognize, yeah, we're kicking in, we're having a great time, we're smoking weed and shit," and then all of a sudden I'm like, "All right, but hold on a second. Before this goes anywhere, let me just slide you this." And it's a recognized letterhead or the Wrecking Crew letterhead with a non-disclosure agreement that you need to sign in order for us to do anything.
Get the fuck out of here!
But apparently this is standard. Everybody in Hollywood asks for them. It's just to make sure that you don't talk about anything that happened that night and talk about it to the press. It's a 2-page NDA. Also, the 2-page NDA that he handed her also stipulated that she couldn't talk about the agreement itself, which apparently she's breaking because I'm reading this article to you right now.
Get the fuck out of here!
I thought it was weird that he asked for it after we've been doing drugs and getting wasted. Like, this is the moment that you ask for an NDA? Well, everyone expects that Hollywood, is out there doing drugs. Like that, nobody's gonna be like, oh my God, Brad Pitt does cocaine. Nobody's gonna be surprised about that. But if they're like, oh, he likes to get a rim job while you pour like peanut butter onto his face, like that might be a little bit interesting.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm just saying. She said she tried to read it, which I bet was fucking hilarious. And even though she was super wasted, she just tried to make sure what it was talking about. And then she said, what's the worst that could happen? I'll just sign it and get fucked.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, Cassie's experience isn't unique. Seems to be more and more common that NDAs are signed before one-night stands or romantic relationships with celebrities and other prominent people. According to 4 entertainment lawyers that spoke to the writer of this article, including Gloria Allred and Dinah Perez, as well as publicists Jeremy Lemure and Michael Whiteacre, and women who've been asked to sign them. It's not just men who are doing the asking either. Patas sucias.
Get the fuck out of here.
Some women celebrities have also been asking for signed NDAs before sex. Not the ladies. I knew it. On an episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta that aired in January, star Candy Burris claims she requires NDAs before threesomes. In a Bravo video, Real Housewives of Potomac, star Giselle Bryant said, I think it's an excellent idea, and it made me think like Candy, I might want to throw myself into your threesome because I know no one's going to find out.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. There it is. I guess you can kind of figure out why the fuck they want NDAs to sign. But I'm just letting you guys know, if you get into a situation, all right, in Hollywood, or you go to a tour, and some rapper comes and hollers at you, just know that at the turning point when something pops off, there's a good chance that you're gonna have to fucking sign some paperwork, okay? And then the decision is all yours.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh God. Not the non-disclosure agreement. I had to type that out like 3 times to make sure I was spelling it like the way that it should be spelled with the pun involved. The non-disclosure agreement. All right. What else do we got? That was a doozy.
The Gtfoh podcast.
Just what the world needed. One more podcast.
Get the fuck out of here.